Today we'll be interviewing random people and breaking down their financial situations, from what they bring in with their current occupation, what they spend, what debts they have, and how they're going to pay those debts off. Make sure to check out all the fun links in the description and give this video a like so that YouTube recommends it to more people. This is Audit on the Street.
Vanessa Carrasco from El Paso, Texas, 26.
Filiberto, also from El Paso, Texas, and I'm 37.
Nice. You guys visiting Austin right now?
No, we live here.
We've been here for about 3 years.
Okay, cool. What do you do for a living?
We both work in tech.
Nice.
Yeah.
Any specific positions?
Just
Customer service.
Customer service. Nice. So what do you guys make a year?
we both make around $72,000.
That's very cool. And are you guys married?
Yes.
Do you guys feel comfortable living on that in Austin?
No, not really. Yeah, not really.
No, I think everything's gotten so expensive these last couple years.
How is inflation impacting you guys?
It's definitely sacrifices are needed. That's for sure.
Yeah, I mean, we kind of only have one car right now just because.
Really?
Yeah.
We can't afford another car, so it's kind of like, yeah, it's either have one nice thing but lose two other things, or
have a nice apartment or have a nice car, or kind of sacrificing one over the other.
Like live in a better neighborhood, or don't live in a better neighborhood but have nice stuff, but then worry about where you are, and it's just kind of like, yeah.
And what is that car that you guys have?
We have a Mazda 6.
Okay.
Yeah.
Is there any debt on that car?
About $4 grand.
$4 grand, nice.
Yeah, so almost there.
Yeah.
When are you guys gonna pay that off?
Hopefully by the end of the year.
Oh, you guys can do it. You guys can kill it right now. Like, no more car debt. Nice. What is in your guys' checking account right now? Best guesses.
Oh man, nothing, because I threw it into our credit cards.
Okay.
Maybe like $300 after all our payments.
Yeah.
Is that
Oh, yeah.
scary?
I mean, it's definitely, it's kind of, because we don't even have we have a little bit of a savings, but it's just kind of like this catch up, man. This always just trying to catch up.
Playing catch up.
Yeah.
So where are you guys playing catch up from? I see you mentioned credit cards. Was there a lot of credit card debt that's being tackled now?
Yeah, credit card debt, but it's mostly like we have lived in a cheaper apartment, but like stuff's always happening, like the roof's falling down, bugs, things like that. So it's kind of like we sacrifice paying almost $3 grand a month for an apartment.
Whoa, that's a lot.
Because of where it is, safety, there's a lot of, uncertainty with like safety with shootings. And one of our friends lives in a good apartment, but he has a Ring camera, and there was a guy with an AR knocking on everybody's door.
Are you kidding me?
So it's kind of like we would sacrifice paying that much for a safer place to live.
And it's funny because like we'll order stuff, and then when we first moved here, we were saving money on an apartment, but we order Amazon packages, and then people would just bust open our Amazon packages. They didn't like what they saw, so they're like, screw it. They would just toss it at our door, and we're like, oh, thanks for not liking any of our stuff. And then you move up, and you're like getting another apartment, and they have lockers, and you're like, great, but then the roof's falling apart, and you're like, great.
Wow.
You're like, wow, I can't win. And then so finally we make a decision. We're like, okay, we can't really eat out that much. We can't. We're gonna have to sacrifice staying in a lot more. But we have this really nice apartment now, but there's like hardly any furniture in there, and it's kind of like almost house poor in a way. And it's just like, we have the place though, like it's got security, it's got a better delivery system. We'll just go out like shopping.
So
once
yeah,
a
now
month.
it's like catch up, like.
Yeah.
So you guys are happy with the place?
Oh, 100%.
Yeah, definitely. But I would like to have more at the end of the month, that's for sure.
Yeah. So how does your guys' monthly budget break down right now?
I take care of the money.
Yeah, she takes care of it.
Basically, I mean, it's just we kind of budget our needs first, like our apartment, our car, gas. We're lucky we don't live that far away from work, so even with these gas prices, it's not too much. And then our credit card bills, we like to kind of knock out as much as we can because we kind of put everything on our credit cards first.
Okay.
And then we pay our credit cards off. So that's kind of how we do it.
So about those credit cards, how much credit card debt is there left that you guys are paying down?
Not that much.
I think like maybe like $6,000.
From the both of us, but I mean, we have a lot of credit cards.
Yeah.
But
So
it's not that much.
$6,000 on the credit cards, $4,000 on the car. You guys are almost in the clear after about $10,000, making $140 a year.
Yeah, I mean, we wouldn't have to worry about. And I don't even have a lot of credit cards. I have one credit card.
That's just me.
Yeah, you have the credit card, so.
IKEA.
She got hooked on IKEA. But yeah, I think to round it off, like maybe like 11.5, maybe 12 tops.
Yeah, and I think the credit card thing, we got married in November.
So yeah.
Congratulations!
Yeah,
wow.
So that's the credit cards from there as well. Yeah.
Vegas.
Yeah, we did it friends and family, and we drank and got married. So there you go.
So that was fun. So
Nice.
just catching up with that. So we kind of, our checking's not that much, but it's like we're paying off our credit cards.
Any student loans left?
Oh, yeah, I got like 63,000 in student.
Oh no, I'm so sorry. Are they all, any of them private?
No, I think, well, no, none of them are private.
No, I graduated with my bachelor's without debt, but I'm trying to go to physician assistant school.
Okay.
So I'm
Are
about
you going to
like
go
15
into debt
grand.
for that?
Oh, 100%.
Okay.
Yeah.
May I ask why you're considering going into debt for that when you make a pretty good amount?
I guess, well, I went to school for engineering. I was an engineer for a little bit. It just didn't fulfill my passions. I love medicine. I love taking care of people, and I think that's kind of what we do too. So I think it's kind of like that saying, if you love what you do, you don't work a day in your life. So I think it's that versus, I think I'd probably be in like $70,000 to $120,000 in debt after school. But physician assistants, the national average is about 130 grand to like 230 grand a year. So it'll level
May I
out.
ask why you won't cash flow it though, with like part-time or something like that?
I have no idea. I don't think I've ever thought of that.
Is that something you're willing to think about?
Well, something is that I rather her focus on school, because I had to do school and work so much that it burnt me out, and I didn't finish my school, and I have all this debt.
You never got a degree?
I never did it, and it took over me, and I am in a position where I can probably do it for both of us, so I'd rather her focus on school and get it done. If she doesn't need the stress, then why do it? So I don't mind.
From your perspective, how does it feel to be a part of the 40% of Americans with student loan debt who ended up never getting a degree?
Yeah, I mean, it's definitely, it doesn't help that I was young and I thought I never had so much money in my life, and it was from loans, and it was just me signing away to Wells Fargo constantly. And I got caught up in it, and at the time, I was young. I thought I was in love, but obviously I wasn't, because now I'm in love and I'm married. So, it's those young, foolish mistakes. So, it adds a stress of regret, and you can't help but feel like, man, if I just would have just done things differently. But now it's just a part of me, so it's kind of like I have to do what I need to do. Sure. I got no choice, and I'm paying for my mistakes. So yeah.
What are your guys' plans to get fully out of all debt?
What do you think?
Finish school.
Her finish school, and this chipping away at all the debt that we have.
Okay. And do you have any general emergency fund or retirement savings currently?
We both have a 401k.
Yeah.
Again, the credit cards thing, we just have one credit card that has about $6,000 there, just in case of a rainy day.
Yeah, I'm putting into my 401. I don't want to be like my dad. He's 65, and you retire at 60, and you're only retired because you get sick.
Oh no.
And you don't really enjoy he's worked for 50 years of his life, and it took him getting sick to kind of make them react. So no, I want to retire in 10, 15 years, and hopefully, you know, doing side hustles can help me out. So do what you can.
Based on the financial experiences you've all had so far, what is a recommendation you'd give to the audience?
And trust me, if you don't want to go out, don't go out. If your friends are telling you to go out, or if someone is telling you, oh, you're not going to have a good time, oh, you're always bailing on us, man. It's kind of like, sorry, you're not going to be here in like 10 more years. You know?
Yeah, I would just say priorities. I mean, there's some people that, like I said, we only have one car because we like to do other things. So it's like, know your priorities, know what you can get away with, essentially. If you like going out to eat all the time, then you might not be able to, you know, afford that Tesla or afford that, you know, Mach-E. You might have a, you know, Toyota Corolla or something like that. You know yourself, know your priorities, and find them fast. Because when you move to Austin, especially, I mean, we had each other, but if you're new here, you don't have that many people, you're going to go out. That's how you meet people. You go out to eat, you go out to drink, you know your priorities, and make sure that you have enough to pay the necessities first.
It's just like knowing yourself, you know. Just be true to yourself, be honest with yourself. If you know you're struggling, if you know something is amiss, then don't do it. You know, if it doesn't feel right, don't do it. And I think that's where a lot of we want to be liked. We want to go out. I mean, you're dating here in Austin, you're new. Our buddy's doing that. He's somewhere in the background, but it's like going out on all these dates, and he's like, it's just money, 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 and it's like, why? Like, it shouldn't be about that, but it is. So I don't know.
Let them know what you think about their financial situation in the comments below, and make sure you check out all the fun links in the description, and make sure to give this video a like so that YouTube recommends it to more people. Special shout out to my 4 Cups of Coffee supporters of Gil Martinez, Mark, Josh Bennett, Anthony, an anonymous supporter, Sam B03, Clayton 006, Tyler Chong, Drew Smith, and Timothy Williams. Subscribe and stick around for more. Thanks. It's like Christmas Day.